what must you have with time management? That's what I want to talk about. Well, if it's not these little things like what hour you wake up and if you work out in the morning or later, or if you use a stopwatch to time yourself, what is actually essential that everybody must have in time management? And I'll tell you what I think it is. This goes back to Peter Drucker in the book Managing Oneself. The best time management is spending the majority of the day on the things you're really good at naturally. That is the best time management advice you ever heard and will ever hear. Not to sound cocky. So the reason Jeff Bezos, it doesn't matter, for example, if he wakes up early or if he gets to the office early or whatever, is that because even when he's at home, he's working on his strengths. And what are his strengths? Well, the man's a visionary. I mean, he's basically the founder of e-commerce. In 1994, he quit his job making a lot of money in Manhattan, and he started a website in 94. That's a visionary. So as long as he spends a lot of his day, 80%, going back to the Pareto principle, as long as he spends 80% of his day on his strengths, that's all time management he needs to know. For you, what are your strengths? Are you an extrovert? Are you an introvert? Are your strengths engineering type, mathematical type, highly logical ones, or are they social? You got to know that. So if you're an introvert, to be productive and to be good with time management, you should spend 80% of your day doing introverted things. Introverts are better at writing. Introverts are better at architecture, like not literally building buildings, but the architecture of ideas. There's a good book called Quiet, The Power of Introverts, meaning introverts can lock themselves in a room and think up good ideas and then build out a whole plan, a business plan. So if you are an introvert and you're great at sitting in a room and getting a lot of things done, the best time management is 80% of your day doing that. And if you're a social butterfly and you're great at sales and persuasion, you should spend 80% of your day out talking to people. And so what happens in our society, why everybody's all mixed up about time management, is they're majoring in minors. They're like, well, if you only kept a journal and da 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 da, and if you only woke up 5 o'clock in the morning, all successful people wake up at 5 in the morning. Well, it's not true, but they say like that. Successful people who get across the jungle to make their first million and more spend the majority of their day, every day, on their strengths, and they maybe have a business partner that helps them with their weaknesses, or they have an assistant that helps them with their weaknesses. But nonetheless, they get things done in their way, focused on their way. If you're an introvert, your way is not very social. Your way is not talking to a lot of people. Do that. That's good time management. Do that 80% of the time.